it's often easier to look tough, angry, or reckless than to admit you feel small, ignored, abandoned, or hurt. A lot of people cover pain with noise. But what's rare is someone who takes all that energy and turns it into discipline for decades. Most men slow way down in their 70s. Their workouts turn into short walks. Their routines get softer. Their bodies lose that sharp athletic edge. But Mickey Rourke didn't follow that script. While plenty of people are settling into retirement, Mickey is still running miles, wrestling for hours, and training like someone half his age. He moves like a man who refuses to fade out, and it makes you wonder, how does a 71-year-old Hollywood icon stay this strong, this lean, and this relentless? You see him and you can feel it. This isn't casual fitness. This is a lifestyle built around staying ready. The kind of training that keeps your body fast, your mind steady, and your energy high. There's a moment where someone jokes with him, asking if he's ready to box Floyd Mayweather for $100 million, and Mickey shuts it down with a simple no. But the point isn't the joke. The point is what you see behind it. The man is still in fighting shape, still training like it matters. So in this video, we're going to break down the blueprint Mickey follows to stay decades younger than most people his age. You'll hear about his daily conditioning, the way he combines endurance and speed, the core work he treats as non-negotiable, the strength training he uses to stay powerful without getting slow, and the combat-style practice that keeps him sharp. Then we'll get into the nutrition side, the specific foods he leans on for longevity, what his breakfast, lunch, and dinner look like, and the supplements that support his routine. And as you listen, keep this thought in your mind. If a 71-year-old can live like this, the rest of us have no excuse to give up on our own strength. One of the most interesting parts of Mickey's story is that he's not chasing comfort. He's chasing capability. There's even talk of body weight changes during training, starting around 245 pounds, dropping down to about 216, with a goal of reaching 175. That's not small. That's serious focus, serious consistency, and a willingness to keep pushing when most people would say, "I'm too old for that." Now let's talk about how he trains. Mickey's cardio isn't just about burning calories. It's about staying quick, staying strong, and keeping that engine alive. He mixes steady running with hard sprint work because that combination builds a different kind of fitness. Not just can you last, but can you explode when it counts. His cardio sessions often run anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And he doesn't just go out and jog the same way every day. He changes the intensity. He'll move at a steady pace to build endurance, then hit bursts of speed to keep his body adaptable. That blend helps him stay lean and powerful even into his 70s. A big piece of his running happens on the beach, sometimes up to about 2 miles. And if you've ever run on sand, you know it's a different world. The surface is soft and unstable, which forces your muscles to work harder. Your calves fire more. Your hamstrings and glutes take on more load. Your feet and ankles work overtime to stabilize. The bonus is that sand can reduce harsh impact compared to pounding pavement, which matters a lot when you're protecting your joints. And Mickey has said clearly that injuries aren't an option for him. He doesn't want a setback. He doesn't want something like a motorcycle injury or a long recovery period to steal time from what he still wants to do. That mindset tells you everything. He trains like time is valuable, and he refuses to waste it being sidelined. The instability of sand also challenges coordination and balance, which is critical for combat sports. Boxing and wrestling demand control, quick shifts, and fast reactions. Sand running quietly builds that foundation without needing fancy equipment. Then there's the sprint work. Mickey uses short, intense bursts of sprinting to build power and endurance. Sprinting targets the fast-twitch muscle fibers that help you move quickly and react sharply. That matters in boxing, where a fraction of a second can be the difference between landing and getting hit. It matters in wrestling, where explosive effort wins positions. Sprints also train your heart and lungs to handle high intensity. Over time, that improves your ability to push hard without fading fast. So Mickey isn't training cardio like a casual runner. He's training it like a fighter. And then we get to the part that really separates him from most people: core work. Mickey is known for doing a massive amount of ab work, often in the range of 300 to 500 sit-ups a day. That number sounds unreal to a lot of people, but for him, it's part of the deal, and it's not just one boring version of sit-ups. The way this kind of volume usually works is by mixing movements so you don't overload one exact pattern every single day. Different angles, different challenges, different muscles. Classic sit-ups are the base. They build overall abdominal endurance and strengthen the front of the core. But he also uses more advanced movements. Hanging leg raises are one of them. That's a tough exercise that hits the lower abs and demands serious control. Hanging from a bar while lifting your legs forces your midsection to stabilize, while also building the hip flexors and improving coordination. He also uses twisting movements like Russian twists, which are especially important for fighting. Rotation is power. In boxing, that twist is what helps drive punches. In wrestling, core rotation and stability help you control positions and resist being moved. Russian twists target the obliques, those side muscles that connect your upper and lower body like strong cables. Planks and plank variations also show up in this kind of routine. The plank doesn't look flashy, but it's one of the best tests of deep core strength. Forearm planks, side planks, and dynamic variations train stability, posture, and the ability to hold your spine strong under stress. That's not just about looking good. That's about staying resilient. When you hear 300 to 500 sit-ups, it's easy to assume it's only for aesthetics. But a core that conditioned becomes armor. It helps you absorb impact. It helps you move explosively. It helps you stay balanced when you're tired, when you're sparring, when you're pushing through a brutal workout. And the bigger message is consistency. Even at 71 years old, he treats this like a daily job. That's one of the reasons he still looks and moves different from most men his age. And it doesn't stop there. Mickey has talked about having a ring set up in his office and spending about 2 hours a day working in there. That tells you something important. He doesn't separate life from training. Training is built into his day. It's part of his environment, part of his identity. Now, let's shift into strength work. One of the most effective, no-nonsense conditioning tools in his training is tire flipping. It looks intense, because it is, but it's not done for show. Tire flips train real-world strength, the kind that uses the whole body at once. When you flip a heavy tire, you're driving through your legs, bracing your core, extending through your hips, pulling with your back, and finishing with your arms. Everything has to work together. It builds full-body power and teaches your body to generate force as one unit. It also strengthens your grip and forearms, which matters for fighting. Strong hands carry over to punching power, to clinches, to control, to endurance. And tire flips hit the posterior chain hard, the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. That posterior strength plays a major role in speed, balance, and athletic movement. Along with that, Mickey still lifts weights in a more traditional way. He's known for spending around an hour and a half per session on weight training. The goal isn't to get bulky. The goal is to stay strong and lean while keeping the body athletic. His exact program isn't laid out in detail here, but for a fighter-style approach, you almost always see big compound lifts. Deadlifts build total body strength through the back, legs, and core. Squats develop lower body power and stability, which you need for explosive movement and balance. Bench press builds pushing strength that can translate to power in strikes and upper body force. That combination, heavy but controlled, helps him keep muscle and strength without losing speed. Now add the final piece, wrestling training. Mickey doesn't treat wrestling like a hobby. He puts in real work, often about an hour and a half to 2 hours in the evening. And he's right when he says boxing and wrestling are totally different worlds. One is about striking and timing, and the other is about control, pressure, leverage, and constant physical problem solving. Wrestling demands strength, yes, but also agility, technique, and mental toughness. It forces you to stay calm when your body wants to panic. It teaches you to keep working under pressure. For his role in The Wrestler, Mickey didn't just pretend. He trained hard under a tough Israeli cage fighter who pushed him with discipline and no excuses. That kind of coaching drills resilience into you. It's not just physical preparation, it's character training. In wrestling sessions like that, you're likely seeing things like takedown drills, practicing fast and powerful entries to control the opponent early. You're seeing grappling work and holds, focusing on control, escapes, and staying solid under pressure. You're seeing live sparring, going at real speed to sharpen reflexes and stress test technique. And you're seeing conditioning circuits mixed in, push-ups, burpees, explosive drills, anything that builds the stamina needed for a real match. And here's the mindset part Mickey speaks about that a lot of people understand. Hard training can quiet the mind. It can ease anxiety. It can fight depression. When you push your body deeply, you often don't have room left for the chaos in your head. It becomes therapy, structure, and purpose. That's part of why some people train like it's life or death, because in their mind, it is. Now let's move into the nutrition side, because training like this demands the right fuel. Mickey has talked about staying away from certain foods for stretches of time, like going 45 days without bread, milk, candy bars, ice cream, or pasta. Whether you agree with every detail or not, the pattern is clear. He cleans things up when he's focused. He avoids foods that can make him feel heavy, sluggish, or inflamed. He keeps his eating tied to performance. And he leans on a few core foods regularly. Grilled chicken is a major staple. It's loaded with protein and amino acids that support muscle repair after hard training. It's typically lower in fat than many other meats, which can help him stay lean. It also provides B vitamins that support energy and metabolism. And it's easy to digest, which matters when you're training a lot and you need food that fuels you without dragging you down. Avocados are another key. They're rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind often associated with better heart markers when used in place of less healthy fats. They also contain fiber, which supports digestion and helps keep hunger controlled. They're high in potassium, which supports muscle function and can help reduce cramping for active people. And because they're energy-dense, they provide steady fuel without relying on processed sugar. Sweet potatoes show up as a strong carbohydrate source. They're known for providing slow-digesting carbs that can support long-lasting energy instead of quick spikes. The fiber supports gut health, and they contain nutrients like vitamins A and C that support immune function. They're also useful for recovery, helping refill glycogen stores after hard sessions. Mixed berries are another regular part of the plan. Berries are rich in antioxidants, which people often include to support recovery and inflammation balance. They also provide vitamins and minerals that support overall health. And because they taste sweet naturally, they can help satisfy cravings without turning to processed desserts that leave you feeling worse later. Now let's talk about what his daily meals look like. For breakfast, Mickey keeps it very clean and very high in protein. A classic example is 12 egg whites. That's a lot of protein without much fat, aimed at supporting lean muscle. He adds chicken breast for even more protein, keeping him full and ready to train. Then he includes a banana with peanut butter. The banana provides quick energy, and the peanut butter adds healthy fats and a bit more protein, which can help slow the sugar rise and keep energy steadier. It's a simple combination, but it's common in performance-focused eating. For lunch, the meal stays balanced but still centered on strength and recovery. Steak is often included for high-quality protein, plus iron, which helps carry oxygen in the blood and supports performance. Salad and vegetables fill in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Rice is used as a steady carb source, especially helpful if there's training later in the day. And he often adds a protein shake. It's efficient, fast to digest, and an easy way to get more protein without feeling overly full. For dinner, the day ends with another protein-focused meal, usually chicken, fish, or another lean meat, supporting muscle repair overnight. And again, another protein shake can be included to make sure the body has enough building material while he sleeps. Now, what about supplements? The ones connected to this routine are pretty straightforward. Whey protein is used to support recovery and protein intake. It provides amino acids that help with muscle repair, and it's convenient after training or between meals. Creatine is often used by athletes because it can support strength and repeated high-intensity performance. Many people take it to help push harder in training and recover better between bursts of effort. Fish oil is commonly used for inflammation support and joint comfort, and people also take it for heart health and overall wellness. Multivitamins are used to cover gaps, especially for someone training hard every day, where nutrient demands can be high. The idea is to support immune function, energy, and overall balance. And there's a final story detail worth remembering. Mickey once mentioned training in a gym in Miami where there was an older fighter, a former contender, around 75 years old. And if you think about that, it fits the whole theme. Age doesn't automatically shut the door. People shut the door when they stop showing up. Mickey Rourke's blueprint isn't magic. It's intensity, structure, and repetition. Daily cardio that challenges endurance and speed. Core work done with discipline most people won't touch. Strength training that builds real power. Combat practice that keeps him sharp. Clean, performance-based nutrition. And a mindset that says, I'm not done yet. If this helped you, subscribe and share to help someone else stay strong and independent for life.